The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Marion and Jim Jordan as Fibber McGee and Molly, with Bill Thompson, the King's Men, and Billy Mills Orchestra. The show opens with Crazy Rhythm. Of the play, written, directed, and produced for the Woman's Club by Fibber McGee. It's entitled When Knighthood Was the Stuff, or Who Wants to Wrestle in the Castle. And the curtain has just risen on the third gripping act, where in a gleaming suit of armor, Sir Lancelot is seen talking to the fair Elaine. These two parts, we see by the program, are taken by Fibber McGee and Molly.
Sir Lancelot, do not be so distant. Come up closer to me, fair knight.
Oh, sure.
Wouldst that thou didst not have to fight the Black Knight in yon tournament today? I fear me that some harm will perchance cometh to thou.
Say not so, fair maid. Methinks I can best this Black Knight with one eye tied behind me. Verily, Elaine, he is a palooka. A pushover, forsooth.
There speaketh me old true Lancelot.
Yea.
Remember, I am banking on you, my fair knight.
Ah, yes. Bank night. Dost thou not get it, Elaine? Thou said thee are banking on me, and I cometh back with a goodly quip.
Ain't funny, Mick Lancelot.
Gadzooks. I would fain have done better, did not these iron pants cramp at my style somewhat.
Listen, my Lancelot. Someone approacheth the drawbridge.
Is that what that was?
Could it be the man who comes to our house when Papa's gone away?
Nay, fair maid, it is the Black Knight. And now I must go forth to do battle for thy hand.
Hold it now, hold it.
For shouldst I fail, must thou perforce be given in marriage to the Black Knight.
These are troublous times when a maid must wed against her will. Merlin the magician telleth me that he hath looked into the future unto the time when the shotgun will have supplanted the broadsword to this purpose.
Merlin, bah, a faker. A reader of tea leaves, forsooth.
You said it.
He is always taking an orange pico into the future. But I must go forth to battle, Elaine. Aha! He cometh.
It is Sir Throckmorton, the Black Knight of Gildersleeve.
4 of them. Off, Black Knight. Off. It is is I, Sir Lancelot, challenging thou to combat.
Oh, yes. Good day, good night. Yeah. Hello, Elaine.
Speak it not to the maid of Astolat, Black Knight, until thou hast bested thy opponent, Sir Lancelot, in mortal combat.
Yea. Draw and defend thyself, Violet.
The word is varlet, McGee.
Huh? Oh, yes. Draw and defend thyself, varlet.
And may the best man win.
To arms, Knave, to arms.
Go to it, Lancelot, me bully boy. Try a left stab with thy broadsword. Verily, it sounded like a boiler factory. I fear me this flake laketh louder than yon armor.
None of your tricks now, Gildersleeve. Remember, I'm supposed to win.
All right, McGee. We got to make this look good, otherwise we'll... Oh! Cut that out, McGee. You stuck me.
Well, I couldn't help it. You're so darn clumsy.
That's so. Well, let me tell you... Oh! You stop that stuff, McGee, or I'll bang your iron pajamas into a wad of tinfoil.
All right, you bangy, but don't give me any more of your lip. Take him.
Heavenly night or day. Look at him go, will you?
Now, look here, Lancelot. I've had about enough of this. Oh!
One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. Out. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still champion, Sir Lancelot.
And now that I have won thy hand in fair combat, Elaine, wilt marry me?
I wilt indeed, brave Lancelot. Ah, do I wilt.
What, fair maid? Thou seemest sad. Thy eyes are drooping. What botherest thou?
Tell me, Lancelot, hath America yet been discovered?
Nay, not until 8 centuries hence.
Well, then, how canst thou take thy bride to Niagara Falls?
Glad that's over. How'd it go, Molly?
Well, I think it was wonderful, dearie. It's the best play you ever wrote, I believe.
Oh, Mr. McGee, what a wonderful performance, really.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
were simply marvelous.
Oh, sure.
And you, Mr. McGee, you were simply perfect for the part.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Uppington. Do you really think so?
Oh, I do indeed. The minute I saw you come out on the stage in that costume, I said to myself, how delightfully she portrays a girl of the Middle Ages. Too middle-aged, really.
Now, looky here, Mrs. Uppington.
Excuse me, girls. To lay aside my sword and get sworded, Mrs. Uppington. How about the gate receipts? How'd we come out financially?
Oh, splendidly, Mr. McGee.
Fine.
You know, before we started, the club had a $300 deficit.
Now, how's the deficit?
Oh, now it's $950. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh.
The biggest deficit we ever had.
Wonderful.
Oh, my, I'm so thrilled, really.
Well, how was the audience reaction, Uppy? Good?
Oh, now, I was extremely disturbed about that for a time during the second act.
Why, Mrs. Uppington?
Well, the steam radiators were hissing so loudly, and when I ran down to turn them off, there were no radiators. Oh, really, that was very amusing. Oh, well, goodbye now, goodbye.
Very amusing, huh? It's easy to make some people laugh. Can you imagine that?
Oh, well, don't feel too badly, dearie. You did your best.
I'm hurt.
I really do think you overplayed your part a little when you slapped Mr. Gildersleeve down with your sword.
That was quite a wallop I gave the old boy, wasn't it? I'll bet he thought he was playing with Olson and Johnson in helmets a poppin'. Oh, here he comes.
Now, look here, McGee.
Oh, hello, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. My, you were wonderful as the Black Knight. So realistic, really.
Now, I'll say you were, Gildersleeve. I think you've got definite talent. In fact, I think you'd make a great character actor if you only had a little more character and could act.
Is that so? Well, what was the idea of knocking me cold in the last act? That baseball bat wasn't in the script, McGee.
Well, that was just a sudden inspiration, Gildy. Did you see that dent in his helmet, Molly? That was the biggest depression I've seen since 1929.
That's enough from you, McGee.
Oh, yeah?
Take off that armor and meet me man to man. I'll blitzkrieg you.
Oh, here, now, Mr. Gildersleeve.
That's okay, Molly. That's the way the little boy wants it. Beat it now, Gildersleeve, and I'll meet you outside in 5 minutes.
Oh, no, you won't. I'm going to wait right here for you.
Oh, dear. Why do you two always have to be fighting? Why don't you patch things up, McGee?
When I get through with this guy, they won't even be able to patch him up. Why, I'll... Let me at him. Let me at him. Hey, where's the dingus that unhooks this armor?
Here, McGee, let me help you.
Don't you dare touch me. Don't you dare touch me. Not while I'm in this condition. I'll get out of this my own way. Now, how'd I ever get into this thing?
Can't you remember, dear?
No, I was so busy rehearsing my line.
Oh.
Maybe this is the way. Don't come off that way.
Quit stalling, you little weasel.
You quit rushing me, you big nasty sturchum. Now, let me see. Where was that?
Dear, you poor lad. Is there anything your Molly can do for you, dearie?
I guess not. Thanks. Let me try once more.
Take the helmet off first, why don't you?
Oh, yeah? Why don't I? How do you get it off?
Well, mine wasn't even fastened. Maybe yours screws off like a diver's helmet. Here, let me show you.
Hey, cut that out! You're twisting my head around. What do you think I am, a puppet?
The word is puppet, dearie. Puppet.
Huh? Well, whatever it is, I ain't one of them. Dad, let me think a minute. How can I get this dad-ratted thing off?
Oh, McGee, what are you going to do? Stand here all evening like a can of tomatoes?
There's only one thing to do, Molly. I gotta find a blacksmith. You come with me, Molly, and hold this sword over my head.
What on earth for?
There's a thunderstorm coming up, and in this outfit, I need a lightning rod.
Get a big thrill out of driving a beautiful, shiny new automobile? Then listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you about Johnson's Car New. This startling new product will give you almost the same thrill at a trifling cost. You'll admit that the best polish for any car is a wax polish that protects the beauty of the finish. Now, here's a product that both cleans and wax polishes in one easy operation. Eliminates the old-time high cost and hard work. Many car owners write that cleaning and wax polishing took them only about 1 hour with Car New. Now, it might take you a little longer if your car is very grimy, but I'll bet you'll end up the job by saying, boy, what a thrill. You just rub Car New over your car finish, it dries to a white powder, and you wipe off the powder. There's a minimum of work. So, buy a can of Johnson's Car New tomorrow from your regular wax dealer, auto supply store, or filling station. You'll agree with me. Your car looks like new when you use Car New.
Aren't you getting tired, dearie? We must have walked 5 miles looking for a blacksmith shop.
Oh, well, I think there's one right around this next corner.
Oh, no, there isn't, McGee.
Now, look here, Mr. Gildersleeve. How many times must we tell you to stop following us?
Go on home, Gildersleeve. Beat it. Scram.
I won't do it. I want to be there when you get that armor off.
Well, I wish I could get it off right now, Gildersleeve. I'd show you Now run along and quit tagging us.
I'll follow you as long as I want to. This is a free country.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you, Gildersleeve.
All right. Break it up there. And you, where's your license?
License for what, officer?
For holding a procession inside the city limits. Come on now, dig down into that chromium cutaway and show me your license.
Dad, rat it, we ain't holding a parade. This is a theatrical costume.
Well, why don't you leave your costume in your dressing room, you show-off? Quit acting like a kid, you scut. Now be on your way or I'll throw you in the can.
Oh, yeah? Where do you think I am now? Come on, Molly.
Well, hello there, Molly. Who's your friend in the galvanized gabardine?
It's Fibber, Mr. Wilcox. We're looking for a blacksmith shop so we can get him out of it.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to be a knight the rest of my days, Harlow.
Well, that's a tough spot you're in, pal. But those Knights of the Round Table had the right idea at that.
How so, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, they knew that there was nothing like a hard, smooth outer layer of protection.
Uh-oh. We will now hear from that polished nobleman, Circassian Walnut.
Well, gee, it's true. Johnson's Wax gives floors and furniture a suit of armor that gives them positive protection in the battle against dirt and dust and wear and scratches.
Tell me, Mr. Wilcox, did King Arthur use Johnson's Wax on the round table?
Why, he must have, Molly. Johnson's Wax is good for round tables, square tables, coffee tables, card tables, ping-pong tables, kitchen tables, hall tables, night tables, dining tables.
Oh, get to the end, Wilcox.
Okay, and end tables.
Ain't he marvelous, folks? You couldn't dampen that guy's enthusiasm with a fire hose. You sure you don't know where there's a blacksmith shop, Harlow?
No, I don't, Fibber. But wait till you read what the newspapers say about that play of yours.
Oh.
Well, what's that got to do with his getting out of that suit of armor?
Plenty. He'll feel so small he can crawl out through the visor. Well, good luck, pal.
McGee,
Huh?
Mr. Gildersleeve is still following us.
He is? Shucks, if he's got a grudge, why don't he come up to me and fight it out like a man?
Oh, now be careful, McGee. Remember, it's his great big bare fist against you and that poor little suit of iron armor. Don't take any chances.
Oh, there, my dear. Who's your friend in the noisy knickers?
It's me husband, Mr. Boomer. We're looking for a blacksmith to get him out of the armor.
Maybe you're the guy we're looking for, Boomer. As Mr. Roosevelt says to Mrs. Farley, how about the loan of your Jimmy for a while?
That's very good, Rattle Rompers. Very good. I've got exactly the thing for you.
You have?
Certainly have. Little invention of my own, the little gem can cutter and oyster opener. Guaranteed to open any Pullman window with one smart blow of the glass.
Oh, hey, that don't sound bad. Do you think it'll work on me?
Why, sleeve garters, one twist of the little gem and you'll come out of that sardine sarcophagus quicker than a rabbit can... Well, quicker than a rabbit can.
Well, come on, trot it out, Mr. Boomer. Trot it out. This time you've made a sale at me.
All right, my dear. I have a little gem can opener right here someplace. Now, what did I do with that little gem? Let me see. Here's a sprig of mint leaves, in case I should encounter a leg of lamb. Little pop gun I used to pop off my pop. Here's a small object no larger than a man's hand. In fact, that's just what it is. Looks mighty familiar, too. Well, it's mine. But what was it doing in my pocket? Here's a letter that Louis the Lifer asked me to deliver to the governor. Says here, I've been in here for 30 years, and again Roosevelt and Taft and Dewey are going to run for president. I'd like to get out now, if you'll pardon me. This is where I came in. And a check for a small portion of Pilsner. Well, imagine that. No little gem can opener. Come to think of it, you've done me a good turn, foul fly.
What you mean?
I'm going right home and invent the little gem right now. Good day, my dear, and so long to you, demountable drawers.
The King's Men sing We Play Hoops.
We play hoops. Oh, all the day we run and play. We race and run and roll our hoops along.
My name they call Louis. I am the sweetheart of Marie.
We live in gay Paris. We're very bourgeoisie.
She, Marie, and me, Louis.
We nice folks, but folks screwy. Every day we run and run to bring the teacher present. Ooh la la, he's very smart and also very pleasant. After school is over, whiz, we do not give a big gee whiz. We play hoops. We run as fast as we can. We bump into the big fat man. We play hoops in the park all day. Mama, she scold. She say, no, no, no. You mustn't knock over the gentleman with the whisker. We play hoops. We run like that. We run like this. Right into Nurse and Nancy Kiss. All day long we play hoops. We laugh like this, ha 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 ha. We play whoop in the park all day. Papa, he work at the store. Make love to sweet lady. The lady is not my mama. We play whoop. We chase the cat up in the tree. Marie hits me, I slap Marie. All day long we play whoop. One nut.
Molly.
Yes, dearie.
Is Gildersleeve still following us?
Yes, he is. I just saw him duck around the corner.
Lucky for him, I can't get this dead dreaded armor off. I'd pound him flatter than yesterday's beer. That guy don't know what he's up against tackling me, Molly.
Oh, well, that's human nature, McGee, going up against hopeless odds. Just think of the man who ate the first lobster, dearie.
I still don't see any blacksmith shops, Molly. What are horses wearing nowadays, anyway? Bedroom slippers?
Ah, you poor lad. You must be simply worn out dragging around in that pile of scrap iron. We're right near our house. Why don't you go home and lie down a while?
Hey, that's not a bad idea, Molly. After I get a rest, maybe I can remember how...
Well, hello there, daughter. Who's the rummy and the rivet?
Well, this is Mr. McGee, Mr. Oldtimer.
Tis, eh? How'd you ever get in there, Johnny?
Just overdid my diet, old-timer. Didn't have enough iron in my system, and now I got too much system in my iron.
Wow. That's pretty good. I don't get it.
Well, he had to wear this costume in a stage play, Mr. Oldtimer. He was very much on his mettle, and vice versa.
Now, that's pretty good, daughter. But that ain't the way I heard it.
Oh, dear.
The way I heard it, one feller says to t'other feller, say, he says, it won't be long now till all them political candidates start calling each other names over the radio. They were smart, they'd all take a tip from this program and use Johnson's wax in all their platforms. What you mean, says t'other feller. Well, says the first feller, you know what Wilcox says. Dirt can't cling to a Johnson wax surface. Well, it's commercial, but it's cute.
Yeah?
You gonna be wearing that suit of heavy overwear all day?
Well, looks like you'd have to, Mr. Oldtimer. Why?
Well, I'm gonna make some fudge tonight, and I'll give him 50 cents to come over and roll on the walnuts. You think it over, Johnny. So long, daughter.
That old twerp. He's got more silly notions than a 5 and 10 cent store. Oh, boy, am I tired. Tired all day.
We're almost home, dearie, and I'll make you a nice cup of tea. And then I'll look in the classified directory for somebody to get you out of that thing.
Might be a good idea to start looking under filing systems. Otherwise, I don't know how...
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello there, little girl. Say, I seen you at our play tonight. How'd you like it?
Well, I attended the play in my professional capacity of it.
What you mean?
Well, I'm the dramatic editor of our kindergarten paper, and I have to see all the plays, good, bad, and no different.
Well, professionally then, sis, what'd you think of the underlying premise of our production?
The underlying
What'd you think of the show?
Oh, well, I have always thought that the days of knighthood was a very romantic period.
Oh, yeah, well, what'd you think of my performance?
Well, I thought you were very unromantic, period.
Don't you think I was pretty impressive in this suit of armor?
Gee, that's funny. That's just what Roy Toops asked me.
Oh, he did, eh?
Mm-hmm.
He asked you what you thought of me in my armor, eh?
Sure.
And what did you say? Oh, come on, say it. I can take it. Flattery don't turn my head. What'd you tell Willie Toops about me and my armor?
Do I have to?
Sure.
Well,
Go ahead, Sid.
I said confidentially, Willie. He clinks.
Fresh kid. You know, Molly, I still think she's a midget. Well, thank goodness we're about home.
Ah, there, McGee.
Oh, dear.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, my.
Oh, so you haven't got that armor off yet, eh?
That's a pretty acute observation, Gildersleeve. Now, out of my way before I flatten your arches with these iron Oxfords.
You're a hard man, McGee. But wait till you climb out of that chafing dish. You'll be sorry.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Say, who writes that snappy dialogue for you, boy? Is it Noel Coward?
Why should I waste any brilliant epigrams on this lowbrow? Come on, Molly, let's...
Hey, wait a minute. Wait.
Quick, lock the door.
It's locked.
Now, let me see. I jiggle this little gadget on the shoulder here, unhook the front, slide the helmet back.
What?
Oh! It's all off. Flick the whistle. Ha! Boy, is that a relief. Ha! Give me the evening paper, Molly.
Here. And here's your specs, dearie. But say, look here, McGee. If you could take that armor off so easily, why didn't you do it at the theater?
What? And get my block knocked off?
McGee! Have you got that armor off yet?
Huh? Oh, yes. I got the armor off, but I got my glasses on now. Good night, Black Knight.
Fibber and Molly will be back in just a moment. Which room in your house is used most? Well, it's probably your kitchen. That's where you have to spend a great many hours. It's a room that's mighty important to the whole family. Then shouldn't the kitchen be as bright and cheerful as you can make it? Now, there are many things you can do to accomplish this, but nothing will help more than to keep your linoleum floors glistening and spotless with Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. And nothing will save you as much work as Glow Coat. This easy-to-use polish needs no rubbing or buffing at all. You simply pour it onto your floor, spread it around, and it polishes itself in 20 minutes while it's drying. Glow Coat gives a beautiful polish that's long-lasting and easy to keep clean. Spilled things wipe up easily with a damp cloth. Many users write us that Glow Coat makes their linoleum last 6 times longer than unprotected surfaces. And, of course, Glow Coat does away with old-fashioned floor scrubbing. Buy a can of Glow Coat tomorrow. It's spelled GLO-COAT.
Folks, next Sunday is not only dedicated to mothers, it is also National Hospital Day, in honor of the birthday of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing.
Yes, so may we suggest you pay a visit to your hospital and get acquainted with your most helpful neighbor.
And don't forget, it's the men and women in white we turn to when everything looks black. Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, inviting you all to join us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.